Overnight, Tesla unveiled the refresh of the Model Y, the country's #1 most selling vehicle here in America. The Juniper is the code name, and there's a lot to take in. There's some things I like, some things I don't like, but as a current Model Y owner, I'm very intrigued to see what Tesla has up its sleeve with the Juniper. A lot of people are very high on the refresh of the Model 3, so we all were waiting for that Model Y to drop. Over in Asia, it has dropped. Let's talk about it. Checking out the exterior of the vehicle, I mean, it still has that same Model Y look that you're accustomed to. A little bit sleeker, a little bit of a slope, more of an exaggerated slope design, which is supposed to increase aerodynamicness, which we would in turn believe increases range. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Too tough to be quite honest with you. It kind of still looks the same. I see the slight improvement. It's very similar to the Model 3 refresh. Coming to the back of the vehicle, you see they kind of still have the same shape. Again, a little bit more of a slope. Again, they're trying to increase aerodynamics, which would in turn increase range. Range is always a thing with these Teslas. So you see they moved the license plate. The license plate is now on the back bumper as opposed to being kind of embedded there in the trunk. That's a change. Not much else in terms of cosmetics on the exterior, to be quite honest with you. But I mean, it does look nice when it's lit up. Like, I will say, I'm not a fan of writing out the letters on the back because a lot of other companies are doing that. And I feel like Tesla is supposed to be one of those companies that should be like trying to push the envelope. And I know they did with this type of truck, but outside of that, like pushing the envelope more so and just let's not do the same thing that the Ford Bronco is doing. But anywho, moving to the interior, you see it's more or less the same. I mean, I got a 2023 Model Y. This looks damn near exactly the same. And again, it's just a refresh. It's not a whole redesign. They didn't gut this to the studs and rebuild it, but they really didn't tinker too much. They added the ambient lighting there. That should be a nice little add. So you don't have to purchase that in like an aftermarket way and you're peeling back panels and all that type of stuff. It already comes in the car, similar to the Model 3 refresh. Still got your 2 wireless chargers there underneath the screen. The screen apparently is supposed to be bigger and better. It doesn't look that much better from these pictures, but we'll take them at their word for right now. Okay, the steering wheel. There's no stalks. And there was some debate about whether there was a stalk. It's just kind of hidden. In certain photos, you can not see a stalk, and in other photos, you kind of can see a stalk. We'll see what version we get over here in the US. One of the biggest factors in choosing an EV is the range. How much range? So this Juniper is promoting that it's about a 10% bump from all reports. 10% bump. How much of that 10% are we really going to see? Because as a current Model Y owner, I rarely see the range that's advertised on the screen because, you know, you're supposed to be on the perfect road in the perfect weather conditions, the perfect air pressure, and, you know, no traffic. And then maybe you can hit those EPA numbers. But I live in the real world. Sorry. So a 10% bump doesn't mean that much to me because I'm not getting what was advertised in the first place on my current generation Model Y. So I don't really look at the range piece. The range is trash, especially if you live on the East Coast and you're dealing with cold weather, live uphill, drive on highways predominantly. There's a lot of drawbacks to the range piece when it comes to an EV that's not really taken into account when these EPA numbers come out. And Tesla's been known to fudge with the EPA numbers anyway. So, yeah, I don't look into the range reports for this car. Wait till people get the car out and they drive it and they document what the actual range is and then make your decision from there. To me, this looks like more of a spec bump, like going from an iPhone 15 to iPhone 16. And while there are some improvements, there are some enhancements, there are some things that are quality of life improvements, I don't know if that's enough for me to just trade in my 15 for a 16 or trade in my 2023 for a 2025. So I'll wait. I'll wait till I see some actual range improvements. I'll wait for some actual ride improvements, some sound deadening, which allegedly is in here. I want to see that. I want to hear that before I just drop some bread on that. So I'll be looking forward to it. I'll be here to give you the latest little news and nuggets that I see online, the stuff that interests me about whatever they're going to do with the Tesla Model Y refresh. So if you like this type of content, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, all the usual YouTube stuff. And I'll catch you next time I feel like dropping the video. Peace.